Oh, good afternoon, good evening, folks. It is Shooter Scott Henderson. Hey, we are going to go over swing trade notes. And at the end of our presentation, please do review our disclosure. Actually, got a couple hours of sleep, so I feel alive. My goodness. Let's see if we have some clarity here. All right, let's jump right to it. So we stayed skinny, obviously, with tariffs. I don't think any of us know what the outcome is. I think it's short-lived, but hey, I'm not getting trumped. I'd rather sit on the sidelines more. So these tariffs, I think we have this cat and mouse game back and forth. We hike, Canada hike, et cetera, until we come up with some kind of settlement, because ultimately I think that was Trump's goal anyways. So, Monday, we've got Tyson PLTR. I think PLTR beats. I think it actually rocks. But now Tuesday, I like Google. Wednesday, Uber, but I question whether or not it's going to come back or not. Then I think the potential Pandora's box is going to be Amazon on Thursday. So I think the overall question is, how do we trade this? I do not like what I've seen so far and how crypto reacted to the tariffs. And I think the overall sense is everybody's getting to the sidelines because they don't know what's going to happen. I think that is sort of the mindset. So we have this pivotal moment. So that's my 2 cents on that. All right. Last week, as far as our performance, we got about $15 in total between our calls and cash secured puts. So decent. We're up about $44 a contract for the year. I'm not going to complain about that, finishing out the month. All right, now back to earnings just for a minute. I'm hesitant because of the tariff thing, but I really do. There's a number of names that are going to go into a primary wave. So after this report, I will be publishing that and posting in chat, doing a video on that as well. Might be a little bit later before I get that done, but I just had a 3-hour nap, so I feel alive. We'll go through those names. A number of those primary wave setups are earnings plays to the upside, so that should be fun. All right. Obviously, we've addressed our ranking system, and really the idea is to just keep ourselves in a degree of guardrails, so we know where the boundaries are. And AI is really helping me accomplish that because it's a huge beast. All right. So now ASML is two-sided coin here. It's at a crossroads. We break below. We have like a trend support line that goes here, which comes in, right around 650. Breaks below, then we're going to continue lower. I think we bounce here just because this looks like an ABC. So, an elongated look. So based on earnings, we could come all the way back to, just shy of $900, I think, on this move. So that's structurally how we've set this up. Now, the strategy is ideally to scale from 750 to 822 with a tight stop at 755. Our first target would be about 879. So the April 850 to 900 calls or April 700 puts as far as cash secured puts, as far as premium is the thought. All right, let's look at EA. And actually, this is the best looking chart from a risk reward standpoint. I mean, had nice flex, came back, tapped into the gap. We're not rejecting. I mean, we've got nice volume down. Look at the volume down here. Huge volume, lots of interest right here. We have a confirmed low and a divergent low right here on this low on the daily. So, stops are going to be really tight. We get below this 120, and you notice I put this P&L up here to give you a visual. So we have 382 fib, 50% fib, 61 fib, and that really is how the target breaks down. So let's go over that trade real quick. So ideal entry is down around 126, and we confirm the move above 129.58. So full position size on by that 129.58. First profit targeting should be around 133. However, if we're moving and we have a candle equal to the prior one, typically you get 3 generals that come in there. So I'm thinking the April 120 cash secured puts or the March 130 calls, just to give us some room, is my thinking on that. All right. Let's jump into DataDog. Actually, this is a pretty looking chart too. Really, we've already, had one push to the 50% back rejected. So this is actually a primary wave setup with a wave 2 back test. And again, I've got my P&L tree up here. And let's look at what, ideal entry around 146, or you could wait to the breakout at 152. It's not quite as clean Actually, out of all of the setups, EA is a better setup, more profitable setup, better risk reward. First target should come in around 156 profit taking. I would just, in this market, we get 30 to 50% on the trade, start taking your profits. That's really my thought. So, and that is really my take here. So, the best setup is EA, strongest risk reward, best value, cleanest technicals. Second is DataDog. Textbook wave 2 retracement should push higher. There's no reason we shouldn't move. I think even in a risk-off environment, there's potential that this DataDog continues to push just because it's one of the cleanest looking charts. Now, ASML, it's gotten beaten up with semis here. So as long as we don't get any additional tariff news, that's the caveat, that's specific to semis, in other words, China imposes tariffs on all semis coming out of the United States, we're coming down. All right. Now, also on my radar is Kava for a continuation. And then, obviously, I still like Dash, but I haven't got a reason to enter back into it. And I still like ACN, but I don't have a reason to enter back in there. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Put it on immediately after the fact. Didn't do it for whatever reason, but that's where we are. So that's what I've got for this week, folks. Great trading. Until next time.